係，hello，大家好，歡迎嚟到我哋胡康邦移民嘅網上講座。我哋今集嘅節目主題咧就會講翻我哋澳洲嘅技術移民啦。咁承接住我哋啱啱上一日，我哋先講咗可能係比較去宏觀睇一睇技術移民。今日咧就比較特別一啲啦，我哋主題係 MINT 呢個。咁可能對於某啲嘅觀眾嚟講啦，都係相對比較陌生嘅。咁我哋今日我旁邊咧就係我有我哋嘅澳洲政府嘅註冊移民顧問啦 ，Willie 啦，以及我哋特別去邀請咗我哋係申請嘅 MINT 必須要嘅 Panel Agent。咁喺熒光幕上高，大家清楚見得到噶啦。咁大家咧就係轉頭啦，都歡迎你哋嘅問題。咁我哋會有個 Q&A 嘅環節，咁可以隨意發問翻嘅，好嘛？咁就 thank 晒 Catherine 呢邊先。咁先講翻我哋今日嗰個 agenda 啦。咁第一 part 一定唔少得我哋可能自己公司嗰個介紹啦。咁現時啦就係可能189或者491佢哋要申請嘅狀況，而家收緊幾多分數咧？咁我哋 MINT 呢方面究竟點 advantage 係帶得到俾大家？佢所需嘅條件，以及啦就係MT 佢哋特別可能對最著名嘅省份 Darwin 有個基本嘅可能有個介紹。咁我諗可能睇完呢個嘅即係我哋個 webinar 之後啦，希望係能夠幫得到你去盡早做翻個決定。咁先講翻我哋公司啦，我哋公司咧其實講緊係2009年啦，佢成立至今㗎啦。咁講緊係經嘅11年嘅歷史。咁當中咧我哋都係有即係會係有無數嘅獎項啦。咁但係有一樣嘢咧比起獎項係更加值得我哋高興啦。就我哋上年其實基本上係有嚟自30%嘅客戶啦，即係透過客人去到 referral 嘅。咁我哋公司喺香港嚟講啦，我哋同事大概係20幾位嘅同事，咁其實都係一個 in-house 嘅 processing 嚟嘅，係啦。除咗我哋有我哋嘅澳洲政府註冊移民顧問啦，我哋嘅唔係基本同事，其實都係我哋喺灣仔嘅我辦公室入邊，咁去即時去到幫得到大家。咁講翻啦，我哋除咗澳洲之外啦，我哋可能係喺新西蘭啦、加拿大啊，或者一啲我哋最新或者啲嘅歐盟國家啦，都發展係相當唔錯嘅。咁就亦都係得到唔少客人嘅好嘅口碑啦。咁呢啲方面咧嘅 testimonial 啦，你可以喺我哋嘅網站啦，或者喺 Google 上高清楚見得到。咁成個即係可能我哋成個係唔同國家方面嗰啲 visa 係之所以能夠咁成功，或者得到咁多人客人去做介紹啦。我諗其中最緊要嘅因素咧，係我哋提供緊一個一站式嘅服務，去到帶俾大家。除咗我哋去到申請你嘅簽證之外咧，其實我哋最着重仲係你哋去到安家嗰個服務嚟嘅。即係當你真係成功一家到當地之後啦，可能好多時我哋嘅家庭會面對住，哎呀我小朋友入學唔知去邊度好啊，跟住可能想去揾樓啊，可能想租咗先啦，又或者係關於稅務方面啦，我香港嗰啲海外收入喎要點注意啊？呢方面嘅 tax 嘅 advice 或者可能日後啦一啲嘅可能係呢啲 business 嘅介紹啦，我都能夠鋪得到俾大家。咁好啦，事不宜遲啦，翻嚟我哋今日嘅主題啦。
好啦，首先同大家講翻澳洲技術移民啦。咁技術移民嚟講咧，都澳洲咧會跟翻一個 points test 嘅 system 嘅，咁都計分嘅，咁就會係入到一個 talent pool 嚟講咧，咁就會喺個 talent pool 嚟抽翻最高分嘅。嗱如果你話基本要求先啦，就你見翻就個年齡咧係必須要個申請人嘅年齡必須要 under 45歲嘅。咁最低要求咧，即係最基本咧就 IELTS 啦，要 all band 6嘅 all band 6。咁of course 有第二啲 exam PTE 啊 TOEFL 等等嘅 equivalent 咧都係可以接受嘅。如果技術移民 subclass 咧，就你見翻熒光咧，咁我嗰度咧個 slide 咧就有三個 subclass 嘅，189、190、491。如果 direct PR 咧就係189、190。subclass 189咧就呢方面咧就係最 high demand 啦，可以咁講，最 high demand 同埋抽緊最高分㗎啦。就因為咧係一個 direct PR， 同埋係可以住任何州份嘅 any state 嘅，OK 呢個係 any state 可以住邊度都得嘅。如果 subclass 190啦，呢方面咧就需要攞個省嘅提名嘅，喺個申請之中要攞省提名，要 state nomination。咁呢方面咧就如果經過190嚟申請咧，就必須要2年喺個PR 頭5年期間2年咧就必須要喺個state nominated 嗰個 state 咧嚟住嘅呢方面。咁呢方面呢個都係一個 PR 啦。咁190嚟講咧係會攞到個 state nomination 加5分嘅，或者加5分嘅。咁呢方面就可以話係第二個選擇啦。 嗱，如果話第三個啦，491就呢個就大家留意呢個係一個鄰居身份，for 頭嗰5年係一個鄰居身份嘅。咁咧就個 state nomination for 491咧就係15分，就係因為佢係必須要喺一個嗰個提名嘅 state 嘅偏遠地區居住同埋工作。咁如果係工作咗3年之後咧，同埋 meet 到佢個 salary 嘅要求咧，就先可以申請 PR 嘅。咁呢方面就491咧就可以話低要求啲，咁但係有個付出就係偏遠地區。
係啊，咁即係一係就特別可能講多少少491啦，因為有陣時咧，我哋啲申請人啦，佢啲近親啊，就可能真係可能係喺一啲譬如 Sydney 就係我哋嗰個嘅可能係嗰個嘅 CBD 啦，係咪？可能會喺佢哋喺以外地方去居住咧，一啲 regional 嘅地方咧，咁就其實可能係有資格去到考慮申請呢個491，咁就未必一定要經過個省提名嘅，係咪？因為一般經過省提名咧，個要求就會高一啲，申請就會更加困難。
OK。嗱，頭先講翻啦，個 invitation round 其實嗱每個月咧 DHA 咧即係澳洲移民局咧都會喺嗰個website 嚟 publish 翻最近嗰個月嗰個 selection round 咧係抽緊嘅個 minimum points 係幾多嘅。咁你見翻啦，189係抽緊90分嘅。OK， 啱啱最近呢個7月個 round 佢 disclose 嘅。
咁但係你哋通常咧就係喺嗰個移民局上高啦，你哋見唔到係190啊嘛，係咪？咁就呢 part 我諗反映翻就話，佢哋嗰個嘅去到揀選個情況咧，我諗都好 depends 翻我嗰個州佢嘅需求係啲乜嘢。我哋過往嗰啲成功例子咧，佢哋係申請緊省提名，係491嚟嘅。咁即係喺嗰一輪嘅時候咧，其實好多時我哋見得到咧189啊，你收緊係90幾分嘅。咁但係咁啱，而家係7月份嘅時候，我哋係有個護士朋友 Darwin 大概係70定75分啦，佢都被 select 係啦，佢申請緊嗰個嘅 subclass 係491，咁所以都好 depends on 個州嗰個嘅嗰個情況啦，係咪？嗰
個 demand 咯，即係每個州份都會190同埋491啦，每個州份都有個 high demand 個 occupation list 嘅。咁呢方面都即係跟翻我哋個 consultation， 我哋會同你 advise 翻你個 occupation 係邊個 state 係 in demand 咯，按邊個 state list 都可以咁講。但係嗰個190咧189咧個invitation points 而家係講係90。
係寫定。
下一個 slide 咧，我諗呢度咧就會講翻啦，唔同嘅 scenarios 或者唔同 profile 嘅人嚟，或者我哋可以話 OK 左手邊有2個 profile 我哋會講啦，就會或者比較普遍我哋見到即係上嚟見到我哋客人做 assessment 嘅。係。咁如果右手邊嗰2個 profile 咧就係你會睇到有啲咩 profile 係真係揀到或者係有機會做到189嘅呢方面。咁如果如此類推，你會諗翻190同埋491咧，就頭先講翻就係即係呢樣嘢就會睇翻你個 based on 你個 occupation code， 你個 state 需唔需要 ？OK， 係。嗱頭先講90分，嗱如果左手邊啦，你見到2個 profile，OK， 第一個 profile 係一個typical 嘅或者30中至30尾嘅 applicant 嘅呢方面。咁但係嗱呢方面你見到必須就係有 master 同埋或者 bachelor 啦，呢度都一樣嘅分數啦。好少人有 doctor 啦，少啲人有 doctor 啦。普遍都一定係 bachelor 同 master 就普遍啦。8年嘅工作經驗 ，overseas 嘅工作經驗，咁呢個係 maximum points 啦。跟住就配偶咧都係做到個 skill assessment 嘅。嗱，如果呢個 first case 咧，一個30中至30尾嘅 client 咧，如果 all band 7就攞到75分嘅，係75分。嗱，第2個 profile 啦，如果一個有呢個4字頭啦，一個係40或者40頭嗰個年紀啦，嗱其實個 age bracket 一掂到4咧，就即刻90分 ，OK 就即刻90分啦。咁呢方面嚟彌補翻呢10分咧，就 IELTS 咧必須要 all band 8嘅。咁所以我諗呢一 part 啦，即係我哋要考慮緊澳洲技術員申請嘅朋友咧，你要特別留意翻自己個年齡啦，亦都千祈唔好等到真係喂我臨近40歲，我仲有 chance， 我再過多幾個月先啦，千祈唔好咁諗，因為政策總係有機會去到改變嘅，亦都係啱啱 Willie 提及過啦，每個月嘅收分人都可以有個跳動，係咪啊？唔一定就係90嘅，有啲可能仲會高一啲，所以變相趁你而家可能係合資格，你有能力咧就要去到盡早去到進行個申請嘅。OK， 咁嚟講埋右手邊嗰2個 profile 先啦。咁如果又係講翻 ，OK， 如果30中至30尾嘅朋友點樣嚟攞到90分咧？ 你就會見翻啦，係英文 All Band 8，同埋有個 NAATI， 呢個就係 NAATI CCL 咧，呢個係一個澳洲嘅翻譯試，咁你可以係英文翻譯廣東話、中文啊等等咧嚟攞呢5分嘅，咁呢個都係一個而家 online 可以做，或者一個virtual 可以做嘅 offshore 可以做嘅 test 嚟攞 extra 呢5分。
因為我諗可能有啲觀眾唔知咧，以往我哋做 CCL 啦，我哋嘅申請係需要飛過去，親身飛過澳洲，呢個係你唯一一個選擇嚟嘅。咁但係因為我諗而家 Covid 嘅關係啦，先至能夠係我哋提供得到即係個 online 嘅個方式去到做咯，
係做到嘅，
係方便咗唔少。
嗱咁anyway 個最右手邊嗰個 profile 就係如果一個係20尾或者30頭嘅朋友啦，呢方面嗱依然都係 All Band 8，就係但係唔需要做 NAATI。但係我咁講翻呢樣嘢就係，如果一個30頭嘅客人上嚟咧，要嚟 claim 8年嘅工作經驗咧，就基本上你會預翻咧佢係一路一畢業之後咧，一路都係做個 occupation code 咯，冇轉過 occupation。咁呢方面都係咯，呢樣嚟講就都會留意翻啦，都留意翻。
或者有考慮做技術員嘅朋友咧，就唔好轉即係咁長去到轉工，或者你轉工中間嗰個嘅嗰個 gap period 咧，就真係要盡量去縮減佢啦。係啊，
係啦，就係咁。
嗱好啦，講到啦，我哋啱啱咧睇得翻就係話，原來一般根據正統途徑申請189嘅時候啦，而家收緊9字頭，係咪？咁過往嗰啲係更加係極端啲啦，90幾啊，100好似都見過。
即係 accountant 真係絕對，如果會計師啊，真係絕對95、100分。
係啊，係需要嘅。咁亦都望翻我哋即係啱啱嗰啲最普遍，我哋申請人個 profile， 最尾係拎得到咩分數？咁呢 part 啦，就帶翻出我哋 MINT 嘅好處啦。原因同一個 situation， 大家睇翻33至39歲呢個 age range， 大家同樣都係有個 bachelor 嘅 degree 啦，係咪？咁有8年係香港去做嘢嘅經驗啦，同樣都結咗婚啦。但係今次咧，我諗值得有少少留意就話，我哋而家綠色顯示緊嘅咧，佢 total 65分啊嘛，其實就足夠㗎啦，你 IELTS 嗰 part 你可以滿足佢最基本嘅要求，考翻 All Band 6。就算 even 可能係你嘅配偶啦、先生又好、太太都好啦。過往我哋講緊，我哋想我哋嘅申請人係能夠通過得到 skill assessment 呢 part， 佢唔需要嘅，呢 part 唔需要。咁所以你話喺成個嘅嗰個即係可能爭取高分個壓力嚟講咧，係完全係消失咗嘅，冇呢樣嘢根本。
我諗頭先我哋都冇 mention 啦，就係 minimum score 咧係65嘅，呢個係必須嘅。sorry， 呢頭先我哋介紹技術員嗰時 minimum 係65。咁 MINT 呢個 program 咧就係 even though 佢係一個計分嘅制度啦，但係佢個 selection 咧，佢 selection 唔係鬥高分。係。
佢都係 under， 即係我哋啱啱提過3種，即係3種唔同類型嘅簽證啦，189、190同埋係呢個491。189咧就係你係可以喺澳洲任何境內去到居住、去到做嘢都係可以嘅兩幅。咁因為 MINT 關係啦，咁其實佢係你大家睇得到啦，佢 NT 咧係代表係 Northern Territory，OK， 係佢哋其中一個嘅即係州份啦，北領地。咁呢 part 係屬於係省提名計劃，所以只係適用於190或者係491嘅。佢都 under 係喺呢個技術移民嘅簽證嗰個嘅成個體系上都，但係咧可能一陣間講到即係一半嘅時間啦，你會發覺佢係有少少咁啲都唔同咗嘅。成個過程佢同我哋玩緊嘅技術移民咧係一式一樣，但係佢多咗投資嗰 part， 係啦，咁陣間會再同大家講多少少。但係佢嘅好處就係話俾大家聽，你只要係滿足得到佢最基本嘅合格分數65分，英文方面冇壓力，即係作為配偶方面亦都唔需要話有啲咩壓力要通過 skill assessment。咁可以直接申請得到 PR， 咁你要講190啦，係咪？咁同樣啦，可能好多時我啲其他州份啦，我哋想拎到佢哋省提名，發覺好多人就係需要佢哋嘅僱主擔保啊，你要係有 job 喺手啊，或者你經已要喺嗰邊去到住夠1年啊，做嗰1年嘢咧，有呢啲額外嘅 requirement 嘅。咁喺 NT 我哋喺 MINT 嘅 program 上高咧，你係完全見唔到嘅。咁你話喂，點解會咁好啊？咁當然啦，即係一個仲有付出啦，係咪 give and take 嘅一個遊戲嚟？我哋睇翻啦，成個 MINT program 咧，佢行緊技術移民嗰個框架，但係中間咧，我哋喺 state nomination 嗰 part 咧係多咗一個步驟，申請人係需要投放翻515000澳幣去翻佢哋嗰個嘅即係指定一個嘅 investment portfolio 嘅。OK， 咁呢 part 就係佢哋多咗出嚟嘅嘢。 但係佢能夠 guarantee 得到你會係順利有個 PR，呢個係佢最大個 advantage 咯。咁去翻你嘅投資個 part 啦，我哋講50+5咧，其實原來當中咧，即係去到80%啦，係講緊係政府嘅保本有息債嚟嘅，可唔可以？咁起碼第一，我哋去到保本咗本先啦，係咪？咁另外啦，仲有20%咧，佢投放翻去啲 VC fund嘅。咁有啲朋友咧可能會擔心，喂 VC fund 好似有啲 uncertainty 喎，但係你要諗一諗啦，我哋個案而家做緊最低門檻嘅投資文啦，即係講緊係180B啦。咁其實係要投放翻150萬澳幣嘅。去政府債券，咁佢都係保本啦。但係金額上嗰個比例啦，其實係真係爭天共地嘅。亦都係啦，考慮得申請移民嘅時候，其實好多時會係一家人嚟嘅。咁即係話你哋經已係有你哋嘅小朋友啦，係咪？你有咗小朋友，佢哋都拎咗個 PR status， 去到當地係可以 enjoy 翻嗰個 free education。政府嘅公立中小學係完全免費嘅。OK， 咁所以其實呢度即係叫做真係賺咗啦。你除咗賺個身份之餘咧，你學費都賺埋㗎啦。即係你可以當打個和啦，同你可能有比較即係唔係話保本嗰 part 嘅投資可以打個和。咁你關於可能政府債嗰度啦，你5年之後你可以攞得翻㗎啦。如果係可能 VC fund 嗰 part 咧，你係8年之後去到拎翻嘅。咁呢 part 都特別去到 mention 翻啦，因為我哋先前咧提及過就話。我哋去到考慮做即係啱啱189嘅申請嘅時候咧，係完全冇額外加分㗎嘛。但係透過 MINT program，大家望翻可能我哋個分表上高啦，即係簡單個分表上高係有個叫做 state nomination 嘅。咁呢 part 就嚟自 NT 呢個產品就俾你嘅。OK， 咁所以呢度係有個 advantage 喺度嘅。咁亦都係啦，要講翻啦。呢個 program 咧，佢係即係真係好名額有限。咁你話啱啱佢每個財年啦，基本上係得50個名額嘅啫，唔係俾香港啦，全世界，即係其實都比較誇張。咁我哋話50個名額咪去得好快，係去得好快。咁但係我哋申請人咧，即係我諗去到考慮移民嘅時候咧，總係會有佢哋 concern 嘅位置啦。又或者可能本身有啲申請人經已係叫做係嘅快人一步啦，去到可能係揾咗我哋去到開始嘅 skill assessment 啦，一啲嘢去到即係叫做個 preparation 係做得比較早。比較快嘅時候咧，呢方面咧都係能夠幫助得到佢哋 secure 個 quota 嘅，
同埋個 selection on 個 quota 或者你可以咁講咧，就係先到先得。
先到先得，呢個係
唔係 on points 咯。
係啊，係先到先得。所以就算你可能你係喂，我一般我哋講緊65分就即係合資格啦。話我有90喎，咁90你可能直接申請緊其他啦，係咪？咁但係話如果卡住喺中間嘅朋友咧，好似我哋上述嗰兩幅圖咁樣咧，我拎緊可能75分嘅。跟住可能我真係試過幾次我就即係未必會咁順利，都打算可能舒服啲，有個快啲嘅方式去到 secure 全家身份咧，不妨真係考慮 MINT。咁入邊佢同埋多咗個步驟咧，就係話有個 AML， 有 Anti Money Laundering， 去到反洗黑錢嘅步驟。咁但係相信我哋自己不嬲有做開嘅香港朋友啦，其實普遍都係嚟自可能即係打工仔啦，係咪？打工仔為主啦。咁普遍就係嚟自可能佢哋嗰個嘅 payslip 啊，跟住稅單糧單啊。咁其實呢方面咧都能夠清晰證明翻佢哋資金來源嘅。咁所以你話喂做得到呢個 AML， 跟住做咗呢個投資咧，咁其實你呢個嘅即係你嗰個嘅 state nomination 咧，其實係 approval 啦，係10拿9穩，係。嗱咁呢 part 啦，你要問得翻啦。咁你話有啲咩人係合資格去進行個申請咧？過往我哋做緊可能189啊，或者做緊係190嘅時候啦，我哋可以參照翻行 DHA 入邊嗰啲嘅公眾名單啦。咁今次啦，我哋考慮 NT 呢個 MINT 嘅 program 啦，咁其實都要一定要尊重翻佢哋自己係需要啲乜嘢嘅人才啦，係咪？咁佢哋會有佢哋嘅 priority list 嘅，而入邊咧佢哋分開咗3類，咁就 high priority 啦、priority 啊同埋 industry priority， 咁呢幾大類嘅 occupations， 咁就即係你官網上都能夠清晰見得到噶啦。但係當你去睇嘅時候咧，其實佢哋成個範圍咧係好廣嘅，真係好闊，真係好闊。Even 啦，你見可能佢哋嗰個即係 librarian 啦，都會係 on list 嘅。即係如果你哋有望得到熒光幕啦，右手邊中間嘅位置啦，224611啦，都係 on list 嘅。咁就所以你望得到啦。人才佢哋好需要，咁亦都係真係需要佢哋資金去注入。咁 that's why 佢會願意去到 offer 你一個嘅 nomination approval，係咪？咁所以如果你哋本身係真係有興趣考慮緊澳洲移民啦，亦都可能卡住咗喺英文啊，或者平時你分佢上嘅分數嘅話，咁即刻就我諗你可以用俾電話我哋嘅同事約翻個時間啦，嚟俾你嘅 CV 啊，俾佢做 assessment 啊，再做個約見啦。 咁好啦，講到 MT 啦，咁有啲朋友咧其實可能聽 Sydney 啊、聽 Melbourne 啊聽得多啦，西澳都聽過嘅 Perth 啊嘛，好似啲人中意去做嗰個 working holiday。咁你話 MT 喺邊度㗎？咁就即係正如其名啦，佢係喺北邊啦，OK。咁而其實比較集中咧，多數即係佢哋自己嗰啲人口比例啦，比較集中係其實係 Darwin 嘅。咁你話當地人數咧，其實唔係真係話十分多嘅。咁但係就你要問得翻啦，我諗總係有個好處嘅，我哋先 secure 咗我哋個身份拎到之後，有個住夠啦，其實去到你可能你日後去到即係係咪考慮翻其他州份會更加合適啦，即係你哋可以有你哋自己嘅家庭嗰個打算咯。係啦，咁當然你都會去到即係尊重翻 NT 啦，係咪？一開始佢 nominate 你嘅，即係我哋啱啱又講過19年最低嘅要求啦，要當你可能住2年啦，啱唔啱？係。嗱咁大家望一望啦，就可能 Darwin 啦，咁佢有自己去出名嘅一啲嘅 suburb 啦。你話詳細咁，我諗可能真係即係大家可能做 research 會仲熟過我哋添，即係講笑咁講。咁但係啊，你可以望得翻咧，其實佢哋都係一個城市化，即係有規劃嘅。基本上我哋自己客人啦，或者我哋自己咧，都係做過一啲嘅 research。嗰度無論可能係中小學啦，跟住係嗰啲大型商場啦，跟住可能醫療啦，各類嘅設備咧，其實係完全配套係有晒喺度嘅。同埋成個嘅嗰個即係氣候啦，你預翻啦，佢都係一年啦，都係 around 可能30幾40度咯。咁但係喺澳洲嚟講咧，佢係比較乾身一啲嘅，即係比較乾身一啲嘅，都會舒服嘅。亦都有唔少嘅即係有啲遊客啦，有時可能真係會係特登去到 Darwin 啊，可能欣賞佢哋嗰個日落嘅。咁我諗即係你話係短暫去嗰邊度住翻，其實2、3年其實係冇問題嘅，係咯。咁我諗接住落嚟啦，我哋其實有啲 question 啦，都會想去到即係去到問一問翻大家嘅。咁呢 part 即係 before that 啦，仲有留咗個 cost-benefit。咁其實你可以睇睇就係一般嚟講，我哋可能最簡單做個比較就係我 Darwin 同埋香港去比較翻。咁包括可能佢租務上高啦，其實你睇一睇翻啦。如果現時我哋香港租緊一個係咪嗰啲即係200-300尺啊嗰啲地方咧，要個數目字咧，其實睇睇 Darwin 嗰度咧。係遠遠低於個水平嘅，最低嗰隻係近60成嘅。咁所以喺大家嘅經濟壓力上高嚟講咧，其實都係幫得到手咯，係咯。咁就我諗事不宜遲啦。咁我哋可能出個 question 就問翻大家啦。咁睇翻嚟緊，可能大家咧都係想去約翻個時間啦。咁同埋就係如果你可能今次除咗係即係有興趣做 MINT 嘅 program 嘅朋友啦，咁會唔會聽完之後喂真係覺得 OK 喎咁睇喎？咁歡迎我哋約翻個時間。如果可能係覺得未必係咁合適嘅時候咧，其實都會有其他 option 去俾大家選擇翻。例如我哋啱啱提過，可能有澳洲嘅188B 啊，一啲可能商業類嘅簽證嘅188A 啊。或者咧最近咧佢嗰個 quota 咧都提升咗好多，有個 Global Talent Independent Program，一個 GTI 嘅 program，咁就想睇翻大家嘅選擇啦。咁好啦，如果想預約翻諮詢嘅朋友咧，咁你可以係睇翻熒光幕上高啦，去到填寫翻啦。咁我同事咧之後咧稍後就會聯絡翻你，直接安排翻嗰個嘅約見嘅。咁都有近一半嘅朋友會想去到做翻個約見 ，OK？咁歡迎晒大家。咁如果可能係未會想約見住嘅朋友咧，都歡迎你哋去到 share 翻你嘅 resume 俾我哋。咁我哋可以做翻一個嘅評估，話翻俾你聽，究竟你係咪合適呢進呢個 program？OK，另外啦，就係除咗我哋 MINT program 之外咧，會唔會有考慮翻其他嘅項目咧？咁我哋都啦，可能係俾大概10秒鐘嘅時間啦，俾各位去填寫翻你哋嘅答案嘅。嗱，填緊答案嘅朋友咧，咁就多謝晒你哋先。咁另外咧就係因為我哋準備已經去到 Q&A 嘅環節啦，咁都歡迎大家啦，去到將你哋心目中可能會有啲嘅疑問啊，去到直接去到詢問翻我哋，同埋我哋嘅 panel agent 啊 Captain 嘅。咁睇翻個結果啊，我諗近一半嘅朋友啦會選擇係 MINT 嘅 program 嘅，咁就係半技術半投資嘅項目啦。另外都有朋友係考慮緊188B 或者係其他嘅簽證嘅。咁唔緊要，咁我可能之後再做翻個快嘅 catch up，尤其是可能188B 嘅朋友啦，我諗我哋真係要去到快脆啲去做翻個聯絡啦，因為有啲 insight 即係我哋可以同你去到 share 翻嘅。咁好啦，咁我哋可能先邀請翻 Catherine 去到即係入翻入嚟先。
哦，Hello。
Hello. Hi, Catherine.
Hello.
Okay, so just wait.
Can I see?
Hold a second. I think we see some questions.
Okay, you can see me
So
now.
a question here, Kathleen. With the MINT program, is there an application deadline?
Usually it will start from every financial year of Australian, which means from 1st of July until 30th of June next year. But however, because the quota is limited, it's 50 quota per year. So as soon as the quota is finished, then it will be finished for every year. So if 50 quota all gone, then the next time will be open will be next financial year, 1st of July.
But may I know how many the quota left?
How many quota left?
Yes.
Okay, currently there has around 10 quotas left. However, by November, NT State will have confirmation if they will having more quotas available by November.
Okay, so there's a question, Mr. Sang. Any age limit in applying MINT? What is the maximum age?
45.
Like
It's similar
say,
to migration. Yeah, it's 45, no exemptions. So people under 45 will be eligible to apply, and they will need to receive EOI invitation before they turn 45.
Correct, yes, correct, yeah. 咁你去到呢方面，阿曾生即係其實 MINT 都係會 bracket under 翻 subclass 199491嘅係啦技術員，咁佢都會 follow 翻啲 standard rules 嘅。There's a question from Mr. Lam. If MINT is MINT still running now under the COVID situation?
Yeah, it's still running. It hasn't been stopped at all. I mean, other states, including NT, they have some general state sponsorship, but they all stopped except MINT. We have been having quite a lot applicants from Hong Kong since early this year, and it's running until present. We just had one more client reserve the quota last week. Yeah, and
Okay.
even some people they have EOI invited around. We received around nearly 10 in EOI invitation in August and September.
Okay, thank you. And there's a question from Mr. John, and it's a scenario. He mentioned that what if he applied for other state within these 2 years? Will it affect the MINT? Will it affect to apply for the MINT program?
So as long as you haven't got any invitation so far, and I know EOI will be only valid for 2 years, so you are still able to apply for MINT, but however, you will need to suspend other states' EOI application.
係啦，我諗呢個問題我哋 assume 翻你嘅問題就係你入咗 EOI 唔同 state 嘅 EOI， 但係你未俾人抽到嚟做 state invitation 啊 ，state nomination 啊，我諗呢個係一個 fair assumption， 即係你未係收得到嗰個 selection。I think there's a follow-up question on the age is what is the key milestone for the 45 years of age? That's the state nomination invitation, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's as long as you have received EOI invitation before you turn 45, then that will be all right. Even you apply for the visa after you turn 45, that's okay. We have helped.
And roughly the time to get that state nomination invitation, do you think 2-3 months maybe?
I think so, 2-3 months, because we helped someone in July. Yeah. Or I think July, roughly in July, I helped someone get EOI invited because that person's, that applicant's age will be turn 45 in early September, but we have pushed NT state to issue the EOI invitation in late July. Remember, each state, they have some quotas has been given by the federal I think in July or August. NT received 80 quotas, and we have pushed them to issue to those MINT program applicants. So
Okay.
basically, it will be around two to 3 months for people to get EOI invited after they launch a state sponsorship.
Sure. Okay, and the question from Ms. Chan is the 20% investment in VC. Can you provide more information on that?
Basically, that's venture capital, which will be invested by Paspali. Paspali is the owner of this MINT program. Previously, they have invested in I remembered they have invested in some innovation technology program with NASA. That's one, and another one with some IT technology. They do have some income, but however, it's not guaranteed because that's venture capital. It's high risk, high return, but however, it's only 20%. And I believe we can share with Jianghu migration firm some more information about Paspali's venture capital investment. And also, I remember it's listed on their website. So you guys can actually check on their website to see more information. But from as far as I know, from the previous 2 programs, it has some returns.
Okay, and another question for you, Kathleen, is from Peter. He's asking about the processing time and the mouse when we get the state nomination and when we will get the I think visa approval.
Okay, state nomination. The steps will be first of all, for a client, you will need to pay the placement fee and sign the placement agreement to reserve the quota. And from the date you do that, you will have 60 days, which is around 2 months, to put in the application for the state sponsorship. So of course you can do, as soon as you can, but the latest will be the 60 days deadline. So after you launch the state nomination application, NT state usually will take around 2 to 3 weeks to process the pre-approval. So after pre-approval granted, you will have another 30 days to finish the investment. So meanwhile, we will help you to prepare all the documents required for AML check, which is anti-laundering money check. So by the time when the fund company, they receive the investment, they also will check the AML, will conduct the AML check. Nowadays, AML check will take around 6 weeks because the law in Australia has become more strict recently. So it will take around 6 weeks to finish the AML check. And then afterwards, NT will issue the EOI invitation. So basically, it will take around, I would say, 3 months, 2 to 3 months. You need those time to get the state nomination final approval. And for immigration to issue the 190 visa, currently their processing time will be around 6 to 8 months. I think it's listed on their website. The processing time is around 6 to 8 months. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for that. A follow-up question from Mr. Zhang. MINT is talking about staying in NT for 3 years. How about the couple? Can the applicant stay with the children in NT whilst the couple is staying in Hong Kong to work? Is the applicant can the applicant and children can get citizen after 3 years in NT and 2 years in Australia, how can the couple get PR and citizen?
Okay, first of all, for the MINT program, like before the main applicant receive the EOI invitation, they will need to sign like a declaration to prove they have genuine intention to live in NT. This statement will need to be signed by the main applicant only. So after the visa approved, the PR visa approved, if the main applicant and the children stay in NT to fulfill the requirement for the sponsorship, for the residency requirement, and the spouse can be staying, Hong Kong to, to work. And after 4 years, after the usually for applying citizenship, the client required to stay in Australia for 4 years, not 3 years. For the first 3 years, for the adult, the requirement for the adult, it's like most of the time you will need to stay in Australia. For example, every time you travel overseas cannot be more than 90 days, and accumulated, it cannot be more than a year for the first 3 years. And for the last 4 years, it will be 90 days. 90 days you can go outside of Australia, but the rest of the time you will need to stay in Australia. So after 4 years, you will be eligible to apply for citizenship. For kids, there's no residency requirement for kids to apply for citizenship. And for another spouse, since his or her family member is in Australia and have citizenship, then this is family tie for renewing the PR. So if a person has stayed for 2 years in that 5 years in Australia, they will be able to renew for another 5 years. If less than 2 years, they will be able to renew for another 1 year. But however, it can be renewed based on a strong family tie. Is that clear? It's a bit complicated, but it can be renewed. I don't think the partner will lose PR.
Sorry, Kathleen, the question was, sorry, some technical issues. For the investment amount, when should the 15,000, when should that be ready?
When the
When should the investment amount be ready? When is
okay.
that?
It's actually will need to be ready to invest to transfer within 30 days after the state sponsorship pre-approval. So which means after the clients launch the state sponsorship, after NT state they issued the provisional approval, the client will need to get this money transferred to Australia within 30 days.
Okay. I think I think that's all the questions so far. So
Great.
thanks so much for your time, Kathleen.
No problem. All right, thank you. All right, bye.
OK，拜拜。好啦，咁就多謝晒大家嘅提問啦。咁亦都希望今次嘅講座能夠幫得到大家。咁大家熒光幕上高咧見得到，可能係你哋有個途徑係預約翻我哋胡康邦移民去做翻1對1嘅諮詢嘅。咁歡迎你哋去打翻35681436，或者去到 WhatsApp 我哋91788239178823。咁就我諗我哋同事咧會去到盡快到回覆翻你啦。亦都如果主動嘅話咧，有去先 share 翻你嘅 resume 俾我哋嘅同事， 咁你盡快 make 翻 appointment， 因為 Mint 真係名額有限，手快有，手慢就冇㗎啦。OK， 咁就下一次再見。
OK，thank you 你。
好，拜拜。